All right, we are now in Oakland, near San Francisco, and we're going to drive to what's that place called again? Oh, actually, we can see. Oh, this map is so smooth. What is it called? Moore Beach.
Moore Beach.
Yes. So I'm here with Harald from
NOF.
NOF. What is that in?
Norwegian Automobile Federation.
Ah, okay, yeah. So we are here testing some cars, well, Model 3, but yeah, so we're gonna drive, just showing you how it looks like in the Model 3. Now it's slightly different because usually I film the instrument cluster, but there is no instrument cluster here, it's just this screen. So anyway, let's start driving. So I'm gonna demonstrate how Autopilot works, and I can also at the same time show you how it looks like when you drive a Model 3. So, let's see. What is the temperature outside? Okay, it's over there. Oh, okay, yeah, it zooms in there for me. So the temperature is 13 degrees Celsius. It's 10:35 in the morning, and the drive is 63 kilometers. So you know you can actually switch on. You can use metric system here, and it will convert the speed limit signs to metric. Sorry for that little shake. I'm using a suction cup on the panorama roof or the glass roof, so there might be a little bit of shake, but that's the best position I can get. Okay, so we are gonna head north now. We're heading south. I'm not sure if the camera is correctly aligned, but I believe there aren't too many Autopilot videos about Model 3 because the Autopilot was added not too long ago. So the one video, the long video from the Model 3 club, when they made the video, Autopilot wasn't ready yet. Okay, so now we're gonna use. Yeah, see, all the car status is on the left side of the screen, and then the navigation is always on the right side. Like it's always there. If you open some menu or whatever, it will be like an overlay there, and then you close it. Okay, I'm going this way.
Student driver.
Oh, okay, all right. I don't know if I could. Maybe I was allowed to ninja to the right there, late. I don't know. But this is like U.S. driving. Okay. So we have a Ford Mustang behind us, so I just hammer it. It's quick. Ooh. Oh, I think we have to adjust the camera a bit. Can you adjust it? It's slightly off. Whoa, that is massive. Yeah, you see, it's not level.
You want more to the left?
Den er litt for sånn, så vi må lande litt.
Tilte litt ned.
Ja, tilte litt. Tilter litt, ja.
Og sånn, ja.
Jeg ser den er litt, den er ikke helt, yeah, so I have an assistant with me. Ja, den, ja. So we're just gonna adjust the camera so it's better, more horizontal.
There, I think.
Well, you know what, I might just do it myself. I forgot that we have Autopilot. Yeah, you see my head a little bit there, but there, yes. So now we are on Autopilot, and oh, it's shaking a bit, but yeah, that's fine. So the display is slightly different here. You see that? Well, I can actually point at the screen now. So here you have the auto steer symbol, and then there's cruising speed. This is the speed limit. Now you can adjust the speed by just tapping here, and there is no stalk on the steering wheel to adjust the cruise control speed. So personally, I don't like this. I prefer having at least that one on the steering wheel. So you have to go to the screen here. But on the other hand, when you're on Autopilot, this screen is always visible. There's no, you see, if you try to open something else in the menu, this one will always be active. And now it bugs me to hold the steering wheel. So let's hold it. There it disappears. So maybe I should move to the other lane here. there's some rattling from the camera. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Oh, it's the battery. It's the huge battery rattling. Oh well, that's fine. And anyway, so, and then if you adjust down the speed here now, well, the speed decreases because we have some cars in front of us. And then if you tap on the speed limit sign here, there it goes. It will adjust to the speed limit. And then in order to adjust for distance, you actually have to go into the car menu here and then go to oh, where was it again? This is so confusing. You have to autopilot, of course, autopilot, and there cruise control, cruise follow distance. So again, I would love to have this in like a, this one should be a physical button or something, you know. Oh, let me just take over here. Change lanes. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna drive manual for a bit. Okay, then to engage autopilot, you have to use the gear selector and then push it downwards 2 times. There. And then to cancel autopilot, you can push it up 1 time. Then disable it. But I believe also you can, let me see, it's autopilot, I mean auto steer and adaptive cruise control. So if I take over the steering wheel, give it a nudge, whoops, then auto steer is disabled, but adaptive cruise control is enabled. And if you brake, let me see, autopilot again, and if you brake, then of course it works just like Model S and X. So, oh, sorry for that shake. This is American road. Oh yes. So let's see. I want to increase the follow distance. Let's set it to 4. And auto lane change. Yeah, let's test auto lane change. Oh. Okay, this is not the best. This is what. It's not tarmac. Well, okay, there we have tarmac. It was concrete. Oh, yeah, tarmac is so much better. But I guess concrete is more durable. So they use concrete on the very heavily trafficked roads. But let's try auto lane change, okay? Oh, hang on. Yeah. Autopilot on. Okay, let's change lane to the right lane. And then we only have to tap the indicator or the turn signal, and then it will change lane for us. Because this is America, and we are allowed to do this. But in Europe, the regulations does not allow that. So in Europe, you have to touch it. Oh shit! We don't want to be behind that car. There you have debris coming out from that pickup truck, and they just hit another car. Shit! You see that?
Yeah, crazy.
Man, are you crazy, man?
We should call police.
Yeah, call the police or the interstate.
Highway patrol.
Highway patrol, yeah. Oh.
Wow.
Oh, that was not good. Crazy man. Oh, good thing it didn't hit our car. Oh. Right, I had to go slightly over the speed limit, but as you can see, everyone and their mother is driving over the speed limit here. So let's use auto steer again. Yeah. So you can probably hear that we have some noise in this car, and I know the soundproofing is not the best, unfortunately. You can really hear the concrete now, and then we come to tarmac, slightly better. So I'm not sure about the tires here. It was was it Yokohama tires, not original wheels and tires, but some all-season tires, yeah, M+S, mud and snow. So not sure about those tires, but still, soundproofing, not the best. Yeah. And as for wind noise, also not, you know what, not as good as the new Nissan Leaf. The new Nissan Leaf was pretty good, but on the other hand, I tested on really smooth tarmac in Spain. So I have to test again in Norway, of course. But my impression, the wind, like, okay, that's touch steering wheel. The wind like protection was really good, or I mean the soundproofing in the windows. This one, there's something weird about this car. We hear some wind noise from the front windscreen, I believe. yeah, I don't know if you can hear it. The microphone might not be able to pick it up, but there is some wind noise already at 100 kilometers per hour, about 60 miles per hour. So that is a little bit weird. I mean, it could be that this car is, it's an early car. It was delivered around December, I think in November, December, this 2017. So it could just be an issue with this car. We don't know. And I mean, Tesla is constantly improving the cars, and of course software, both hardware and software. But I have to say, I've been testing some.
Oh, look at that limousine!
Oh, that is a huge limo.
It's an Escalade.
Yeah. Sure. Welcome to America. We don't see that crap in. We don't see that stuff in Norway. Well, actually, I saw a Hummer. Whoa! Oh, I got a strike. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Yes. So you see, you have the same sound as Model S X. But I mean, I tested other autopilot. Well, I would say, self-driving capabilities in other cars. The ProPilot system in Nissan Leaf is actually pretty good, but you have to touch the steering wheel too often. After just 5 seconds, then you have to touch the steering wheel. And also the ProPilot, it could handle the turns okay, but the ProPilot is designed for motorway only. Oh, hang on. Not paying attention there. As you can see, oh, hang on. We're going to I-80E, East San Francisco Bay Bridge. No, East West. This one, right? Yeah, I think
East,
so. Yeah.
West, yes.
What was I talking about? I lost focus for a bit there. Oh wow, that is so shaky. But let me just pull behind this one. Wow, that noise. Okay, I don't want to be a left lane hugger, so let's switch lane here. Okay. And you see the turn signal is the turn signal stock is somewhat weird, because if you want to turn, you have to, you have that gently touch one, but there is no it's not like the other cars. If you gently touch it, it will blink 3 times, and if you touch it harder, push it harder, then it will blink until you cancel it, or until the steering wheel will cancel it. But there's no lock position like the other cars have. So that is, you just have to get used to it. So the Model 3 is different in many ways than the other cars. But oh wow, trying to enjoy the view also while driving and listening to the noise. But the ProPilot system in Nissan Leaf, for some reason, when we are doing a right turn like this, it tends to go too much to the center dots. But when it does a left turn like this, a left bend, then it does it pretty nice. But again, it was only designed for motorways, not for 2-lane highways like Tesla can. So overall, I've tested some of the systems. I haven't tested the system for BMW and Mercedes or Infiniti or whatever, but at least the system I've tested, Tesla is the best. And I've read reviews of other people testing, those other systems for Mercedes and whatever. And yes, very consistent. Every time, Tesla wins the Autopilot test. So Tesla is considered to be, Autopilot, autonomous level 2.5, whereas the other ones like Leaf or Ioniq is level 2, or maybe even a weak level 2. It depends which car it is. Oh yeah, tarmac here is nice and smooth. Finally. So but okay. So what about the rest of the car? The car, whole steering wheel. Okay. Sometimes I forget that I'm driving a Model 3, a cheap, low-cost Model 3, because the driving experience is very much alike Model S. Yeah, it's a very small, tight, compact car. and it only weighs 1,600 kilos, whereas the Model S starts at 2,000, 2,100 kilos. So that reduced weight is actually pretty huge, and it means that even with this one, this car has less power than its big brother S, but it still feels as fast. You know, this is the long range version, which is also kind of like fast, and it feels faster than the classic 85, but not as fast as a P85. So it's like, you know, somewhere in the middle there. So performance-wise, you get a lot of bang for the bucks. You get, and performance-wise, it just blows all the competitors, big time. Yeah. So they can't really compete. Like the most powerful in the like similar price car is Ampere E, but Ampere E has like only 200 horsepower, and yeah, it doesn't. I mean, Model 3 is so much better when it comes to performance than Ampere E. And I think, and what other cars? But of course, if you compare this one to fossils like maybe BMW 3 Series or a Mercedes-Benz, I don't know, it's a C-Class something. It's, yes, Model 3 is also faster, and not only are they faster, like from 0 to let me just disengage here. The Model 3 is also pretty zippy at high speed. Like right now, you know, we are doing 90 kilometers per hour. Okay, let's hammer it. It is quick also at higher speed. So that makes the car very nimble when you are doing, you know, when you are maneuvering at the interstate. Like now and then, okay, you want to like quickly increase speed just to get in a slot or something. Or yeah, let's reduce speed here. Police is gonna get us now. Oh shit! Oh, let's pay attention. Okay, we have to. Okay, was it 580 west? You see now?
580
west. It won't self-cancel the turn signal. 580.
580.
Ooh. Okay.
Yep.
This one.
It's the right lane.
Yeah.
To the left, to the right now.
Okay. Yeah. I personally think that the interstate and the roads in the US are a little bit confusing. I prefer the European roads. But okay, so that's about, you know, the driving capabilities. But I noticed I like the interior of the Model 3, and I wish Model S and X would get it. Like, I know they have this sign. Whoa, we're being overtaken by a lorry. What? Don't they have speed limits to follow? Shit. Okay, well, maybe I should get over to the right lane. I'm not sure which lane to stay in. That's why I don't want to hug the left lane for no reason. Okay, so let me just demonstrate here. So with a turn signal, I'm just gonna, you know, if I use turn signal like this, all right, and then I change lane. Okay. Okay. Now you see, the turn signal will not self-cancel, so you have to gently tap it there to cancel it out. So I guess some people will not like it, but on the other hand, the BMW E61 also had that same problem. The turn signal will not self-cancel, or in like 95% of the time. I used to have one, you know, E61. It had the same issue. But I mean, back to the interior. I mean, the interior is just. Let me use autopilot here. Wait. That is adaptive cruise control only. You have to pay attention to that. You need that beep. What? Okay, let me cancel this one, and then we have to wait for the conditions to be met. There. Okay. Yeah. So that I like that audible noise. I mean that sound to give you feedback that autopilot is on, because again I have to compare with the Nissan Leaf. There is no sound when ProPilot is active, and there is no sound when ProPilot is disengaged. So that's a little bit creepy, because here, if you disengage autopilot, you hear that sound, so you know that it is off. Oh, there, okay. But you know, I like the interior. They have designed it to be some merging here. Okay, I'm just driving a bit slower because I'm also talking. Now come on. What? No, this is a little bit weird. What? Come on. Maybe it's like this. Oh, you know what? I think it's because I'm steering. Maybe there was too much resistance. I was like actively steering, and then the car refused to use auto steer. Yeah, because also here again with Tesla, if you take over the steering wheel, you will have control, and then if you give control to the car, then it will steer for you. But with ProPilot in Nissan and also Hyundai's LKA, you can steer while it is steering, and then if you let go, it will steer. So it's like steering together. But here is like one of the drivers need to have control of the car. But okay, but back to the interior. You know? I like how they design the armrest, and they added, you know, more space for cup holders and like small spaces in the middle console and stuff. And they have finally added armrest for second row. So, you know, whole steering wheel. Okay. So even though this car is smaller than S, in many ways I feel like it has, like, of course not as good space as S, but still very good space for your things and for luggage. I have a separate video where I show you how much luggage space you have in the Model 3, and it's actually pretty good. And you know what? It's that extra well under the trunk that makes it so good. Because what I don't like about the trunk space is that this is not a hatchback, so you cannot put big items in there and close the door. So it's limited by that. You cannot put too big furnitures or I don't know what you want to put in there. So it's somewhat limited, but still okay luggage space, I guess, if you compare it to you know, fossil cars in the same class here. Let me pay attention here. I've just been talking a lot. But would I get a Model 3? I mean, if I had a, you know, if I still had the BMW 5 Series back then, but that was a station wagon, maybe I should consider this one. Yeah, I mean, it's good performance, it's electric, it's good looking, lots of space, high tech, I would say. Yeah, maybe. I mean, and if you consider a brand new Model 3 versus a second-hand Model S, well, you know, a Model S will have more space, and also Model S has like a slightly different way of using the car, because here everything is controlled by the screen. You know, just even if you want to use the wipers, okay, I'm going to show you here. There's a button to swipe the wipers once, but then suddenly the wiper menu comes up here. So I'm going to show you again. If you are somewhere else in like trip meter and you swipe it, then the wiper setting comes up, and then you can use this to change settings for the wiper. So everything is done through this screen. Oh, hang on, let me pay attention here. Disengage Autopilot. Where are we going? I need help from co-pilot.
Yeah,
hold on.
I think we'll just keep the lane. No,
Fast track.
2 left lanes.
2 left lane. Okay.
And $5 toll ahead.
Oh, but the fast track is 2 left lane.
We don't have fast track.
Okay,
we need to keep the lane.
Yeah, and then we pay
$5.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. We could just try to ninja the fast track, but we're taping right now, so no, we pay. We do it the legal way. See, $5. Do you have $5? I think I have $5. Hang on. Cash, fast track. Okay. Where's the toll road? Right.
10.
I have a $5 bill. You can look at.
Okay, I have 5 here.
Okay, all right.
$5.
Right, hang on. I can take this one. Cash, fast track. Okay. Right.
So this is American toll roads.
Yeah, this is a little bit like they haven't automated it. At least in Norway they have a fully automated toll, so they will just bill you. Kia Optima. You know, I think that's similar size to a Model 3. All right, let's hammer it. Okay, let's see now. Oh. Yeah, if you get one of these cars, you won't be disappointed when it comes to performance. Oh yes. Okay. It's quick, and we want to test it on winding roads now because with that less weight, you know, I think it will feel more nimble than Model S. Because when you want to go around turns fast, you need less weight.
Wow, look at the bridge.
Oh yeah, cool. Oh, it's getting kind of cold. And here, as you can see, yeah, how you change the. Oh, has it been reset? No. Let's just go with the flow here. I'm slowing down. Oh, okay. Seems like everyone wants to go over the speed limit, so I don't want to cause any traffic jam. What bridge is this? Does it say on the map? No.
This is well, it's the bridge over 580.
Okay.
I don't know the name of the bridge.
Wow, it looks old.
It's very old.
Yeah. Huh, cool. Yeah. So this is just a rambling video. So you guys just.
Oh, look at the city over there.
Okay, hang on. Autopilot on.
Wow.
Oh, the city. Yeah, we can see it to the left. Yeah, that was San Francisco. Oh, you see? What? Okay. So everyone is going over the speed limit. So I had to increase the speed here, just to stay with the traffic. I think, yeah, they probably have some slack here. So I mean, the highway patrol is not going to stop me just because I'm following the traffic. Wow, how fast are they going? What? I feel like I'm holding up traffic here. Okay, 110 kilometers per hour. That's like 70 miles per hour. Well, we can change to Imperial. Let's see, this we're driving. Where was it again? Display. It's one.
Yeah.
There. Yeah, switch to miles. One thing I don't like is that you have some settings here. For instance, when you go to when you go to lights, you have some settings here, and then there is like this cogwheel for more settings. Why couldn't you put that one here? Like, I don't know. It makes the menu slightly harder to use. Like here, okay, we're running out of space there, so that's why you put more stuff there. But I mean, I think it's better to just have a scroll wheel. I mean, have this so you can scroll down for more settings, because yeah, this screen is smaller than the Model S and X, so they have to do something. And you cannot. I mean, you shouldn't make the button smaller, or it would be harder to press. So I guess, you know, driving a Model 3, it takes a little bit of. You have to get used to it. I mean, if you come from Model S or X, then even for me, it was a little bit unusual to start using this, because everything was screen oriented. And especially if you come from a fossil car, it will be a big change. You have to get used to this. But I mean, I think once you get used to this, then it's great. Just like, you know, going from a BlackBerry phone to an iPhone. You know, once you get used to a smartphone, it's just way better. But now, wow. I think we are on the. Let's see. 1.3 miles. Okay, now it says miles per hour. Yeah, but I want to switch over to kilometers per hour because I'm more used to that. So you have to go to display. Yeah. But yeah. So Model 3. Oh, hang on. Let me. Should I use? Feel like I need to. Take over that one. But let me see. Well, I guess we can just keep driving. Yeah, let's just record until we arrive. Let me see. Do we have enough? What's a Corvette? Ooh.
It's a Corvette.
Yeah.
Wow.
So many muscle cars here in America compared to Europe. Okay. And well, I should say something about the regen, because you know, this car has, unlike the other Teslas, this one has a permanent magnet motor, whereas Tesla S and X, they use an induction motor, AC induction motor. And the difference is that, well, this one has a permanent magnet, but it also this type of motor is more efficient, slightly more efficient. We are talking about, like, let's say, you know, I don't know the numbers, but let's say if the induction has 95%, this one might have like 97%. So yes, that is important for efficiency. Let's look at the numbers now. By the way, we have done some like normal driving here, highway driving, and you see, since we started driving, we average 152 watt-hour per kilometer. We can also switch to, where did we do that again? Oh yeah, in this display, 245 miles watt-hour per miles. So I mean, that is very low for a fairly big car. 101 exit. I think we have to go here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
We're going to 101.
And so, you know, and we weren't hypermiling. We weren't trying to save energy. We regen. Let me see if regen is strong enough here. Full regen. Oh. And you see here, there is this.
Don't smash the Corvette.
Yeah. So this line here, this gray line here, indicates if you are regenerating. You probably saw that just now, that it was green, and then when you apply power, it goes this way. But it's very small, and they had to make it small to fit everything in here. But I'm not sure how it will look like if you have power limit or regen limit, you know, for cold weather, or if you overheat this car. How is that displayed? Yeah, I don't know if we will have the chance to test it here, but at least in Norway I will be able to test it. Corvette. What if we did a drag race against the Corvette? Who would win? What do you think?
I think you will win.
Harald, really?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I mean, Harald, he's a petrol head, but now he's a EV head.
I was a petrol head.
Yeah, you had American cars and
Yep.
stuff. So how strong is this?
I don't know. I think it's a 6-liter.
Is it a V8?
Yeah, it's a V8.
Oh, but at least we have the advantage of, you know, instant torque.
Yeah.
But I mean, at high speed, we would lose, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
But then we have to wait for the dual motor, Model 3, and I guess there should be a performance also. Yeah. Or, well, I don't know if what Elon said, but I mean, that would be pretty cool. You know?
Model 3P, you think so?
Yeah, a P. Yeah, but you know, they don't use the numbers anymore.
No.
So I'm not sure how they're going to do it. Like, you know, and what about, you know, the dual motor is going to just be a Model 3
3D.
3D or a 3PD. Or maybe, I don't know, it's called long range and standard. So this is the long range. So, yeah. Interesting. But I mean, I hope they will make a performance, because I mean, people want it. You know, like people want an M3. Well, it's a coincidence, but I'm talking about a BMW M3. You know. Not everyone wants the M5, which is heavier. So you want that small, light car. And I think nowadays you also have one, was it M1 or something? Yeah, they made, well, M2 or?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't paid attention to all the fossil. What do we have to?
But they have to separate the Model 3P and the new Roadster. You can't to make two sports car. So.
Oh, so you mean that the Model 3 shouldn't be faster than the Roadster?
No, couldn't be.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, then people would be upset.
It's different markets.
Yeah, but on the other hand, this one outperforms a Model S, at least the standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the owner of this car, Yu. Yeah, by the way, this car belongs to Yu. You know that guy who made this road trip all across America, and was it also Canada?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. And this car is going to Europe soon, so he lent me this car. So yes, thank you very much. But anyway, so Yu, he said that he raced against a 75D S, I think it was S model, and this car beat the 75D. But I don't know if that was the uncorked or not, because I heard that the uncorked version is fast. It's like the P85 classic one. It's just, yeah, really powerful. But yes, so I mean, even this like low cost will beat certain higher, like bigger S. So it will be interesting once the PD whatever comes out, how fast it'll be. Well, are the stoplights this long in the US?
Yeah. Looks like we'll stay there for a while. It's not a priority lane.
Yeah. Well, I'm using hill hold now. Okay. Yeah. Or just hold. Oh,
Wow.
Oh. Okay.
Listen to the Corvette.
Yeah. Okay, and then we have to go straight, right?
Oh.
Okay. Go straight a little bit. Yeah, that's probably a V8.
It's a V8. Oh yes, it's a V8.
Okay, let me see. And then we have to go. I think, is it this one? Yeah, I mean, like I mentioned, you know, it feels like, you know, maybe we should go on this lane with the vet. Right, come on, go. See, he's gonna take the right lane from this. He's gonna hammer it, right? He's gonna hammer it? No? He's gonna hammer it? No? You, me, Corvette? Huh?
Come on, man.
We're gonna get the police afterwards. Oh, we have to be in this lane. Okay.
No.
But this car is just so. I mean, it's like, yeah, it's a cheap Tesla, but it's fast. Oh, I was so impressed with how fast it was. Okay.
To the right.
Okay, to the right here. All right. And oh, can I can turn? Can I turn right here, like on red?
Well, he doesn't.
Okay, well, we'll go with follow the locals.
Follow the locals.
Yeah.
No, he's from Utah.
Oh, but he's American at least. Okay,
yes.
It's green now. Okay. Let's see. So we go into this nice place, like nice scenery by the ocean. It's hammering it. Oh. Okay, I can follow you. No problem. Wait, where? I'm kind of lost now. Where are we going now? Oh, okay, it's like that. Oh, okay. Let me see. In 8.7 kilometers, right? That Merc is driving like he stole a car. I shouldn't be overtaking too much on the right lane. I should get over to the left lane. But, I really love driving this Model 3. It's so light. It doesn't matter if it doesn't have the same power as the big brother. It's a matter of power to weight ratio. I haven't done the calculation. I don't know how many horsepower this car has, but according to Wikipedia, it should have 260 horsepower. But that sounds a little bit low, you know. I think from my estimations, it should have closer to 300 horsepower. If you can like compare the power to weight ratio with, let's say, the classic 85 non-performance, that one has about 360 horsepower. So this one should have about 300 because it's faster than that car, the Model S. So nice weather.
19 degrees.
Yeah.
And it's February.
Yeah. But do you hear it? The wind noise.
Yeah.
I mean, we are doing 90, but I think the wind is blowing. We have headwind right now. But finally we have some smooth tarmac. So I'll be quiet for a bit. Okay, let me see, trying to spot the flag somewhere where we can see the wind direction, but I believe we have slight headwind right now. So, oh, that's Chadamore. Oh, that was Ampere E charging. Well, okay, there's no way for me to increase cruising speed on the steering wheel. I have to use the screen. I don't like it too much. But that wind noise, well, I have to check it out in Norway, or I have to test other cars later. As I know, I mean, I could probably live with it, the wind noise, but I'm not sure if a German could accept it. If they're gonna drive 160 kilometers per hour, 100 miles per hour on the German Autobahn, and well, we can't test it here, but I guess the wind noise will be, much greater. It will just increase, but with the speed. Whole steering wheel, yeah. But also, I guess, I mean, if you live in Denmark or Germany or somewhere else, especially Netherlands with smooth, nice tarmac, then you wouldn't care too much if, what is Autopilot doing? Oh, what are you doing?
What? See over the hill.
Yeah. Okay.
Must
Yeah.
be that.
We had the sun was, low sun, not low sun, but it was backlight, sun against us. Hilltop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Autopilot was a little bit confusing or confused. So again, this is not perfect, but keep in mind that this car has Autopilot hardware 2.5. So eventually, when they improve the software, this car will be able to drive by itself, like completely by itself. I don't know which level that would be. Level 3, 4, 5 even? I'm not sure. Let me see, 1.7 kilometers, right? But even now with this version, it's pretty solid. Like, because I tested the Autopilot 2 on Model S, no, I think it was X, and that one was flimsy. It was doing like weird stuff, like, like it would constantly brake, like deaccelerate, and then accelerate it, and then brake, and then accelerate, like all the time. But that was early version. That was last year, like summer, almost 6 months ago, and it has improved quite a lot. Let me see. We have to. Oh, auto lane change. Oh yeah. Oh yes, nice. And then, and if you, that's funny. If you use auto lane change, the turn signal will self-cancel. But if you do manual, it won't. Okay, let me see. Let me disengage. Yeah.
But my Autopilot has improved. I have the 2.0.
Ah, nice. Yeah.
So it's much better than last year.
Ah, okay. That's good. So, I mean, even if you watch this video now and you think, I don't want a Model 3 because the Autopilot is not perfect. No, but the Autopilot is still in the beta stage, and they will improve it.
Oh, goodness. Nice.
Nice. Oh, that's a Nissan Leaf. Oh, well, after all, we are in California, so yeah, nice scenery. Okay, I think we're going to the left here, right? Shoreline Highway. Very scenic place. So this is a very long video. Now we have a slight problem, and I'm running out of battery on the front camera. So that means we only have about 10 minutes left of recording. So this is just a rambling video. So I mean, if you watch this video for information, then most of the information was already in the beginning, like the first 5 minutes you saw the autopilot. Okay, cool. I mentioned the car, and I think the rest here is just like bonus material for scenic. This is a merging thing, right? Because it seems like people tend to like these kind of videos. For some reason they like to watch. It's not always. I mean, there's always interesting stuff to talk about Tesla, but. Like I also watch other YouTubers. They talk about the topic in their studio about supercharging or about Roadster, and that's it. But here, at least, you know, you get the chance to see some landscape. You see the car. It's like, you know, riding along with me. You get an impression of how the Model 3 works. Probably, I mean, many of you guys who are watching, you have a Model 3 reservation, and many of you guys are just like, oh, Model 3, oh yes, my car, my future car. Some people are like, will I buy this car, or should I cancel it and buy, you know, a BMW or whatever? Yeah.
What do you think?
What I think?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, you can interview me about Model 3.
If you have a reservation,
okay,
should you keep it and wait, or should you cancel it?
Okay. Yeah, good question. I guess, you know, it depends. I mean, it depends on every person. But I mean, if you like driving, yeah, I would say keep the reservation. It's a good car. The only downside is that it's kind of expensive. But you should know that. But I mean, if you expected to buy a Model 3 for $35,000, you know, only that price, and get a good car, then you would be disappointed, because the $35,000 is just like a bare bone car without autopilot.
You don't want it.
Yeah.
A blue one.
Oh, a Model 3. Cool. I didn't see it. Oh, nice. Yeah. So I know. And this is a long-range version, so it means that most likely the standard. Oh, should we go on that side? Yeah, we have to go this way. The standard battery will be slightly less powerful and have slightly less range. Oh, did we go too early? I don't think we go.
Ooh, yes, I think.
Oh, she.
We have to go back to the right lane.
I'm being a bad Mexican here. No, sorry for that, but I'm being a bad driver. We were too early. Oh shit. Okay, I didn't know. We have some weird British license plate, so that's my excuse. I'm a foreigner here. Oh, be gentle with me. But okay, back to the question. You know, this car, I mean, you might get a good impression that, oh, this car is so nice, but it's also expensive. This car costs $63,000, and for $63,000 you can get a second-hand Model S.
Yeah.
Pretty okay one, 75D or something. Then you get, you know, dual motor, you get more space, you get free supercharging. Because this one you have to pay for supercharging. Now the supercharging cost is still very low. So Nissan Leaf, wow, there's so many EVs around here. Nice, I like this.
It's California.
Yes, California. But yeah, so you know, of course you have to pay for supercharging. But on the other hand, I mean, I hope you don't buy a Model 3 just to drive. I mean, just for supercharging only, because that's cumbersome. Because the Model 3 will not supercharge as fast as the Model S. I tested it a couple of days, and you know, already at even this one, the long-range battery, already at 50%, you don't get like 100 kilowatt or something. It dropped to 70 kilowatt, and then at 60-70%, it dropped even further down to like 50-ish or something. So like, I was a little bit disappointed that it charged that slow. So I mean, your primary charging source should be at work or at home, and just, yeah, of course, supercharge when you are on trip or when something unexpected comes. But I mean, definitely, this is a good car. I mean, I like it. Like, you know, when I tested the Ioniq or Leaf or some of the other cars, the Kia Soul, I also like those cars, and I also recommend those cars. But those cars are much cheaper. Like a fully loaded Leaf, the new Leaf, cost almost half as this car. Fully loaded is 36,000 in America, and this is 63. So you almost get two Leafs for one Model 3. But of course, if you compare this car to this Model 3 to let's say a BMW 3 Series with some good equipment, I don't know what you can get there, self-parking stuff and some kind of autopilot stuff, then yes, it will be similar priced. But of course, you have to count in fuel price on the fossil versus supercharger price here. And if you charge at home, then it'll be dirt cheap. But still, if you charge at supercharger, it will still be way cheaper than buying gasoline in any country, not only in America, but also in Europe and other countries. So supercharger cost is still very low. Yeah, $1,000 fine for littering. Oh, I wish we had that in Norway and in Europe. Oh, wait, where did we go now? Okay, but you know what? As for winding roads, unfortunately, we are not able to test it now. So I have to make another video where I test the driving. Yeah, because we have too much traffic here, so we have to wait. You have to wait for the traffic to clear out. So I will probably make another video, a shorter one, just for that. This is just a ride along, because the battery in the front camera is running low now. It's at 4 minutes left. I don't want to deep discharge it. So I think this will be it. Very long video. Region. Okay, last thing I should say about the region is that, oh, is that the Kia Soul EV?
That's the Kia Soul. Is it an EV or is it a hybrid?
I think it's a fossil. Oh, I don't know.
Looks like.
Oh, that's a bummer. Oh, look at these roads. Oh, this is perfect for Model 3. But we have traffic ahead.
But you can feel it right now.
Yes.
Actually.
Yeah, I get the feeling it's very tight. Almost no body roll.
Oh, we got the bus.
Oh, it's a bus. Oh, it's a bus. Yeah. But you know the region, like now, you know, this car obviously doesn't have the Nissan Leaf's e-pedal. I love the e-pedal. I hope Tesla will consider making it, because Tesla can just make, they can add it with software update. That's the beauty of Tesla. The region on this, I mean, it could have been stronger at lower speed, because I mentioned that this car has permanent magnet motor, and another advantage with permanent magnet motor is that it can regen stronger at lower speed. So you probably noticed that an Ampera E or i3 and also the Ioniq, they can regen much stronger at low speed, but the Model S and X couldn't do it, because those cars have an induction motor, and they have a limit on how strong they can regen.
People listen up.
What? Whoa! 1 hour delay? What was that?
That's for Stinson Beach.
Where are we going?
We're not going to Stinson Beach.
Okay.
So, well,
yeah,
we'll see.
All right. Oh, the camera is about to run out. But so yes, unfortunately, I expected stronger regen at low speeds. So the regen here is more or less like Model S and X. Yeah. But I think that's it for now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please give me some feedback. Was it too long? Was it too short? Yeah. So talk to you later. Yeah.
Yes. Goodbye.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.